Last regular season matchup, LeBron had 33 points, 17 rebounds in that game, while Ant's night ended early with an ejection after dropping a cool 18. Ryan Windhorst, tell me this. Who is the most important player in the Lakers versus Wolves series?
It's Anthony Edwards. He should be looking at this like a golden opportunity. The Lakers got a lot of things going for them. Their perimeter attack, their different ball handlers, they've showed that they've built some depth. They are not great on the perimeter defense, and they do not have a basket defender. J.J. Redick has been taken out Jackson Hayes 5-6 minutes into the game. He can't wait to get Dorian Finney-Smith into that lineup because of how much it helps them offensively. But he is not a basket defender. This is Ant Edwards' time to shine, and they're going to need it. You know, last year when he played in the conference finals, they went through that grinder against the Nuggets in the second round. He was exhausted. I covered that series. He didn't have anything. Luka averaged 33 points a game in that series. Ant didn't even score 30 once. In that series against the Nuggets, he had two 40-point games. He was a huge, impactful player. He didn't have a great Game 7, but was hugely impactful. He just didn't have any gas left in the tank. That's not going to be the case here. He's going to be rested, and there are obviously going to be role players that play a factor here, but for the Wolves to pull this off, especially having to come out here to L.A. where the Lakers are one of the best home teams in the league, Ant Edwards needs to be awesome. He needs multiple 40-point games. He needs to be the best player on the court, outplaying LeBron and Luka several times in this series if the Wolves are pulling this off.
Yeah, I'm going to give you that, though, Wendy, because I think Minnesota will be competitive. He is going to play well in this series. He'll be motivated by LeBron and Luka. He's going to score his 35 a game in this series. I'm assuming that. I'm going to assume that. I think for the Timberwolves to win, Randall's got to show up. He has not been a good postseason player. He was awful with the Hawks 3 years ago. Now, last year he was hurt. We give him a little break. He was not good against Miami when they lost in 6 2 years ago. This trade, I mean, let's face it, the Knicks have won a trade here with Karl Anthony Towns. They need Randall here to have a chance to win. I'm assuming Anthony Edwards is going to be great. I'm assuming that. Now, if I'm wrong, you'll be right. Different case. I think he's going to score 35. He's going to get his points. Randall has to be really, really good. I'm not sure if he's capable. I think if he is really good, they got a chance to win. So I'm going to say Randall for Minnesota, the most important, for an upset.
I think that Randall is important. I think that he will show up. I think that he'll produce to a degree, but I still think that Minnesota will lose this series. Having said that, I've said this before and I said it again. Anthony Edwards has arrived. This brother can be Jordan-esque. It is special to watch this brother play. And outside of his actual game, what you love is his moxie, the fact that he embraces the challenge. He goes after it. When the lights get bright, he doesn't shrink. He wants it. He wants the smoke. And certainly if that was the mentality that you had before, this ain't Kevin Durant as great as Kevin Durant is. This ain't KD with Booker and Beal. This isn't even Jokic, Murray. I'm talking about from a box office perspective, the sizzle. It doesn't get much better than Luka and LeBron on the same damn team. And you're going up against them, and you're the lone star on the Minnesota Timberwolves. I believe Anthony Edwards, this is his moment. Of all the moments that he has had, this is it right here. I think this brother is going to show up. I think he's going to show out. I think that he is going to average over 30 in this series. Now, J.J. Redick will do what he can because I think he's proven to be a damn good coach, and he's a Coach of the Year candidate. And Nate McMillan, rather, and Scott Brooks and those guys on the bench. I mean, listen, he's got a great coaching staff, all of them. And any name that I didn't mention, I apologize. There's a few others over there that do a great job for him as well. But I'm telling you right now, it's hard to have an answer for Anthony Edwards, especially a motivated Anthony Edwards. He knows he can't show up in this series in Tinseltown, and you're the one that shrinks? Nah, he ain't built like that. He's showing up.
You know, Ant Edwards led the NBA in three-pointers made this year?
Yeah.
That was not something I saw come at the beginning of the year. So the three-pointer is big. And, you know, the three-pointer is important for L.A., too, particularly with their role players because of the way that J.J. Redick wants to play. Don't fall in love with the three, though, Ant. Go to the hole. because the Lakers' rim defense is going to be a challenge for them.
He's going to be a showstopper.
Don't bail him out with those threes.
He can't be a showstopper if he's just shooting threes. He knows he's got to put on the show, and he will.
Gentlemen, got to leave it there. This next topic I'm really into. So Knicks fans tend to take over opposing crowds, but does Stephen A. like the tactics of the Pistons to keep New York?
This question to me is the Lakers against Minnesota, and here is the reason why. I love stars, man, and I ain't thinking about Luka and LeBron. I know what they're going to bring. I know what Anthony Edwards is going to bring, too. But what can he bring? The operative word is can. I think that in this series, with Minnesota being the underdog, clearly being counted out by most of the basketball world, because we saw what Luka did in the Western Conference Finals to the Minnesota Timberwolves last year, and that's when he was a Dallas Maverick, and now you got LeBron James as your teammate. As far as I'm concerned, everybody's counted Minnesota out. You see the kind of attitude Ant-Man plays with? I mean, and that's when he's a favorite. I mean, when you count this brother out, he elevates. And I believe that's what he is going to do in this series. Whatever we've seen from Anthony Davis in the past, I believe, Doggy, he is going to eclipse that in this series. Will it be enough to beat the Lakers? No. But I believe he's going to push this to likely a 6-game series, maybe even a 7-game series, because I believe that Ant-Man, who can be Jordan-esque at times, is going to show up and show out. Anthony Davis, y'all better get y'all popcorn ready. The Ant-Man is coming, and I think he's going to be sensational. That's why I'm interested in that series.
I will three-peat what these two said about Van Gundy. Remember, my old radio partner and I were shocked when Dave Checketts, when Riley left, brought in Don Nelson and did not promote Van Gundy as his head coach. What happens 40 games into the season? They fire Don Nelson, and what do? They bring in Jeff Van Gundy. So, and he was a great analyst. Let's not forget that, too. He was great on TV. Not good. Not good. Great. Funny. Great. But I'm with Windy on the scenario with the series. I love the Clippers series, too, with Denver. The Clippers are only a slight underdog in this series. They're plus 120. Minnesota's plus 155. So that tells you that that's a dead even series. And I'm with Windy. I think they can win. Now, listen, this is me, and I'm sure we're going to get to this later. I don't trust Harden. All right, Harden, I know he's had a great year, 39 points on Sunday. I never trust him. When the chips are on the line, I never trust him. And there'll be a scenario here in a Game 7 against Denver where you're going to need him to score 40 points and dominate the game, and he'll shoot 5 for 30, and they'll lose. So he worries me, and also the health of Leonard, who's always banged up. That worries me. But if Harden, plays like he can play and Leonard stays healthy, and I think this Denver coaching situation is going to play into this a little bit, and we all know Lou's a great coach. I'm with Brian hit right in the head. I'm with him. I think the Clippers are going to win. And Denver did not finish the season well. I know they won their last 3 games. Who cares? I love the Clippers in this series. I'm going to take them, too. I think Windy hit it right on the head, Stevie.
Stephen A., do you trust Harden to show up?
Yes. The word trust is too strong, but I believe Harden is going to show up in this series. And I believe the James Harden that you've seen of the past, that was a model of inconsistency, had a lot of bad moments in the playoffs, had moments where people felt he gave up, had other moments that were pretty good. I think the good part of James Harden shows up. He's got a team around him. He's got Kawhi Leonard looking better than he's looked in the last 5 or 6 years. He has an exceptional coach, an exceptional coaching staff, an exceptional defense behind him. I think James Harden shows up in this series, and I definitely think that the Clippers beat Denver because Denver's lack of depth, along with the new coach, I think those are the kind of things that count against him. It's just that with Zubac, as impressive as he's been, and he has been impressive, and he deserves a lot of credit, it ends now. You're going up against the Joker, Jokic.
Hôm nay mình sẽ hướng dẫn các bạn cách làm một chiếc mũ đội đầu đơn giản từ len nhé. Nguyên liệu của mình cần có chính là len này. Mình sẽ sử dụng 2 màu sắc như thế này để làm nha mọi người. Đó là trắng và